Well, first they asked me, okay, that's very simple. But I have a background in teaching. I teach at Columbia. Before that, I taught at Stanford University. And also, I'm very experienced in Eastern Europe, the former Soviet space, if you want. I've been active in Estonia, Latvia, Poland, Ukraine, and other places. So it was a natural one, given my background, that when they said you have the background, you teach, you know students, you know the area. So I was asked, and I was happy to do so. Well, that was another reason why, because I didn't know AUBG when I was first asked. But for me, one of the key things about AUBG, probably the key thing, it's a liberal arts university in mission and in vision. And that excited me because I really believe in the liberal arts tradition. That means asking questions. It's not just learning nuts and bolts. You can do that anywhere, but you can only learn how to ask questions in the right environment. If you haven't been brought up in it, you need the environment to bring it out. You should have learned some of it from your parents. Ask the question. I drove my mother crazy. Why? Why this? Why that? It's everything why. So the more questions you ask, the better you prepare yourself. So AUBG is a liberal arts. It was empowered as a liberal arts university, is a liberal arts, and it has that tradition. Unfortunately, most of Europe is not liberal arts. That's an Anglo-American tradition of having liberal arts university. When you finish that, then you go on to your specialization. Within college, you should just explore, try new things, take different classes, some which you may never know again till you become older. So you draw upon it. So this whole thing of working with a university in Eastern Europe that's also a liberal arts university, for me, was a main factor, actually, when I did accept. And now you asked the question, what is the impact? When students graduate from here, they're not just going to work in Bulgaria. They're not just going to work in the region. They're probably going to work some in the United States and the rest of the world. So the impact on the education can go worldwide, and that's another factor. And the other thing is that AUBG is important because it is expanding regularly now to include students from not just Bulgaria or the region, elsewhere. So it's an international university. That's key. That should be everywhere. It shouldn't just be a local. So it has an impact that can and will extend throughout the whole world, not just in Bulgaria. Of course, Bulgaria is important since many students, but it has to go worldwide. Besides, the world is more global than ever, given social media, given everything. What happens today in Tokyo is known instantaneously in New York or Bulgaria. So AUBG can be a leader in this regard.